This is taking a long time. It is the 18th. It has been 18 days into the month and I have still not released this, but I'm hoping this is finally going to be it. Last month sucked for the devlog, so I made sure this one was packed. First up are bugs. Blood transfusions, blood was not being accounted for correctly, whether there was space for health drops or not, causing the player to pick up health when full. Gaining 15 points in a stat would also break text formatting, a simple parentheses in the wrong spot. Now for the real deal. The map builder, responsible for generating our stage and obtainable items by a random seed, was given a 25% chance to roll for an item that the player already has instead of just anything he could get. This is to encourage dropping for stacks. As we add more items to the game, it becomes harder to get 5, 3, or even just another copy of the same item, and stacks are incredibly useful in boosting the effectiveness of items. The game is built with stacks in consideration, and I think this small dice roll will help a lot. And about those items, remember how we had multiple items using temporary sprites for the time being? Boom! Uniquely designed, and I even added some items to use our buff display for better readability. Oh yeah, and the Void Banner had no stat points added to it by accident. But remember the mortar we shot at last devlog? It's an item now, with sounds and particles, and I think it stands to be a game changer, because I love items you could physically see interact with the world, and make them run visually different. Numbers are boring, I want to see stuff happen. When entering a room with multiples of the same enemy, there's a problem where since all the enemies spawn at the same time, audio and movement would be synchronized without any random chance involved. Notably, making sounds either louder than regular, or rather than being directional based on where the enemies were, came off almost stereo and aimless instead. To accommodate this, the director was given control to enemy spawns and now add delay between each enemy as he adds to the fight. Right now it's a little long and leaves a lot of fights nearly one-on-ones, which is nice in simplifying early gameplay and adding urgency in fighting fast before the next one spawns, but this could be tweaked. I felt during gameplay, player stats went up a little too slow with only the limited items and the occasional stat boost, so I also made player levels give a random stat point in every other level. Legend items were finally added. This is a rarity meant to be so rare that you do not regularly find these at all. They're harder to find even than mythics. It's a huge surprise, some to add sudden excitement and power to a run every once in a while. They're very strong, they win the game, and that I will not be sharing them at all. They're to stay a surprise for even the playtesters. I also further tweaked the item rarity chances, more to fit in our new items. Everything went down except for rare items, but I might look at this again because when running tests, I really only got commons, which is a little more strict than I expected. As well, there's a chance item rarity colors are now seen more over the player HUD, now showing on item stacks as well as weapon items when they're hidden away, with some slight touches to the animation too. And lastly, we fixed some bugs with the boss causing its velocity to reach not a number of states and add some checks for the rare out of balance leaks. And that's our devlog. And this so happens to be our first build for playtesting since September, so every change that's been shown in the devlog since the beginning is all brand new to those internally testing my game. I love the excitement to try my game, but I really want to make sure it's fun and functional when I get it in your hands, so just hold tight a little bit longer.
And with that, I want to add that there will be no devlog in April. I was trying hard to make updates every month, but it's becoming increasingly evident that I am too messy to keep that up to date, and will be moving to a bi-monthly schedule. This video took way too long to make. Glorp.